the earth could swallow me, just for example, one example of failure. But I didn't realize one thing. I was rooting myself saying, I know it, I'm importing it from America and giving it to you, that's the right choice for you. What I didn't understand is there's so much goodness in the system. We were not taking it and putting concept and coming out with saying, this is what we can invent, we invented here, we can do here. And I think that was the big learning for me as I went on to do that. And I could say in each of these spheres that such failures are. The key thing is, can you pick yourself up? Do you have somebody who helps you back? Yeah. Do you have people who will support you through thick and thin? And I think that's the kind of thing which changes the so-called failures into success. And I did my M&A deal. The first deal negotiation I did was an unmitigated failure. I probably lost my company some millions. Okay, so it happens all the time. The key thing is, are you picking up? Are you learning from it? And when I went back to my boss, I said, boss, I lost a couple of millions. I said, don't worry, I'll put it down to experience. But tell me when you earned it back. Come and report back. So and then you get on and go. And sometimes when life is tough, then you get a lot of big bass as well. But we'll talk about that. Thank you, but that was a very interesting question. So it's not like all success and no failure.
Mr. Parathasarathy, good morning. I am Atul Pandharpurkar. So basically my question is, when you said, a person has to be ambitious, can you draw a line what this being ambitious means? Whether, ambitious or highly ambitious, and for everyone, it is a relative term.
Yeah.
That's one. And on the lighter note, the second question is, when you said there are three links, one stealing, pulling and selling. Is it selling or sailing? That's one. And the second one was, it's stealing, pulling and filling. It's feeling or filling?
Okay, let me answer that second question first. The selling, which is to do with sales and marketing, and feeling, which is to empathy, those are the real ones. And the other ones which you said, if it's feeling or sailing. If it's good feeling, then it is feeling, and if you are selling, you are sailing. Yeah, so that's the so good humor, and I appreciate. I build it in. Yeah. Now next time when I will say if you are selling, you are sailing. But if you're if you are feeling for your fellow human beings, then you are fulfilled, fillful. Life. You have a very nice atmosphere in which you can learn. So I'll build that in. The second question was, what is ambitious? Okay, I have defined this as saying path, big, hairy, audacious goals, things which at the time looks to be impossible to achieve, almost impossible to achieve. So put that and say, this is my dream. Then take the next step, which is saying, do you have a right to dream? What is right to do? Do you keep the first good steps forward on it and say, I'm able to do something. If I say I want to do 500 to 50,000 tractors or 500 tractors to 50,000 tractors, that's dream. When I say, okay, can I go to US and start doing this, can I do it? It's the first steps of making that dream into something little bit more brighter. Then when you start setting foot in USA and China, that's the next step. When you start selling few tractors in both places, then you say, oh, now I have a right to dream. So one is dream, second is right to dream. When you have right to dream, dream becomes vision. Then when you have vision, remember one thing, what I said in terms of a Hindi, Doha, not Doha, Hindi poem. Aankh aasman par ho, kintu paun dharti par dikhe. So don't fly too much on this, don't invest too much money, because then you'll fall flat, then you don't know where to turn. Take small steps. So a small step for man is a giant step for mankind. So those are the kind of steps you want to take. Test out. When we acquired the first company in China, I said I will not acquire big, I'll only spend 2 million. The next one we acquired was 25 million. So you do take those steps in this. So that's I would want to say how you can progress, but define it yourself. Nobody else can define it for you. What is your big, hairy, audacious goal? But do something beyond your normal steps. You'll have fun. You'll be feeling like the James Bond, I can assure you. I feel and almost sometimes feel I'm 6 foot something. Yeah. And it's a good feeling to have. Then I come down to Mother Earth because I always say plant your feet up. So that's broadly I would like to kind of respond to. Does that answer part of your question?
Yes, thank you.
Can you give us 2 good and 2 bad habits of yours?
Okay. Good habits you can find many. Yeah. Bad habit I talk a lot. Okay. 3 years back I used to smoke. Yeah. But when I became a CFO, I read about Anil Ambani and somebody said, "Agar tu itna mota hai to kaam kaise karega?" So I started doing, and I thought, okay, I will take a leaf out of that. I stopped smoking and went to gym. So I'm a little better person in terms of habit and in terms of habit. So those were some of this. So another one which you can see, my wife finds it very, very, I can't remember names. So she finds it quite annoying. He said, "You can't do that. You are a leader of people. You have to remember everything." I said, "I can't." And I tell them, "I'm sorry, yaar, main nahi remember karta." Okay. So these are some, and countless. Yatan Bishki Belri. Okay. And good ones you will all be able to see, and you should tell me.
Ladies and gentlemen, room for one last question as well. I'm going to request the console as well to please pass on the mic.
Just as he is asking the question, one thing is you'll see that as I go on, I say more Hindi, Sher and Doha and Kavita. That because dar lage to gana गा नहीं समझ में आया तो कविता बोल.
Sir, morning. My name is Kevil from SR. Sir, it is always a kind of a pleasure listening to you. Just a very basic question is, how did you develop this wonderful art of speaking? Few tips for all of us.
All right. So this is, and if this will help you any, I think this is one of the stories that I should sometime put up to. I'm an extrovert is what people feel, but I was an introvert to the core when I started out in life. And first time, my Sanskrit teacher thought I was a good orator one-on-one. So he put me into the regional competition of essay competition, not essay, whatever, in a speech competition. So we had to speak in front of such an audience, bigger audience. I went all the way to Nimaj to speak. I went on the stage, stood there, and said thank you and came in. And I wanted the world to, kind of swallow me up, never to be seen again. So one of the first thing is, if you start by saying, I will want to even put myself to shame. So then you kick the inhibition. That's the first one. The second one is that when they made me controller FP&A in Xerox, then I was to present in front of people and I couldn't present because I just don't have the vocabulary. Many times when I speak, you notice I stumble for words. I do, still do, till today I do. But I don't see that as I don't get inhibited by it. I get over it, and sometimes I don't get the right word. And I said embarrassed, what did I want to say? But then I make it. I don't mind going into Hindi in order to do that. That's the other one. Don't get inhibited. Don't get embarrassed. Don't be too much internally focused. Tell what you want to say in a way that you would have told your child or your wife or your family. Say it in such a few. And there are people, they have empathy. Feeling is the, like I said, feeling. I'm trying to convey something. I'm not better than any of you. That is certain. Probably I'm wasn't in a sense. But I share my experience while you learn from them, while you can share your experience, I can learn. So if you have that kind of thing, so use these 2 or 3 techniques. The last 2 very specific inputs in terms of this. How prepared are you? If you are making a thing, I have my cue cards. Okay, in spite of having too many sessions, I don't rely only on my memory. If I forget what that slide start point is, I still need that cue cards. Even after all this while, and we both have interacted it many times. You've seen me. I can stand up and speak on them, but I don't. So you may want to, that's one thing. The third thing is, the whole idea is to be able to look as if you are at ease with the world. And that happens when you do your first presentation, mug up every word, every sentence, even when you have to make people laugh. If they don't laugh, ask them to laugh. So, and then over a period, if you tell that to somebody junior to you, maybe they can become much better than what you and I are. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep our applause really loud one more time for Mr. Parathasarathy.